Well, today I thought we'd just start working on a bit of the shading. And we're just slowly, just taking our time. You know, there's so many of these old, beautiful old rustic sheds, and well, they could have been sheds, they could have been old dairies where they used to milk the family cow. Now, I've since found out that this property, I don't know how far back it goes, but I had a comment. It wasn't actually my comment, but someone had shared my video on their Facebook page, and there was a comment that one of the ladies that she actually grew up here, and she remembers that I think it was her grandparents were dairy farmers, so they milked cows here. So I was wondering, because there are some other sheds on the property which I didn't show, where they would have milked cows, I suppose. Yeah, that's amazing. You know, we're finding out things now. Two years after writing the book about this place, and not just this place either. Like quite often now, I'm finding people that have some history on these old buildings that we just could not find at the time. But so it's all interesting, and I guess the situation here is probably similar to, just could be anywhere in the world. Just different country, different language in some cases, but I guess the history is pretty much the same. Now all I'm doing here is shading, but we're doing the underdrawing. So I do this first, and then I'll come back in and put some detail in. So I'm sort of not too worried about the different textures at this stage. And I just want to thank you all for subscribing to my channel, but also for the beautiful comments that I've been getting. It really is encouraging, and it really does want to make me do more of this style of vlog. Because I think it doesn't matter where you live in the world, it's something that everyone can relate to. We've all got pieces of history, especially if we live out in the rural areas and that, or we drive out through the rural areas. It's amazing what we come across. Well, once again, I think it's about time I stopped talking, switched over to time lapse. So depending on what time of the day it is in your part of the world, grab a cup or a glass of your favourite drink. I like a nice cold beer in the evenings, and a glass of Shiraz, a nice Shiraz before my tea, my dinner. And if you notice in my description, there's a little tag you can click onto, and you can buy me a glass of wine or a cold beer. That would be really, really much appreciated. Anyway, sit back and relax, and we'll see you in about 10 minutes. really appreciate you watching to the end. That means a lot to me, and it really helps my little channel to grow. And I hope you're enjoying the music. I find it very relaxing myself. I love sitting back and just listening to that. And we're just starting to get to the detail stage now. The under drawing is virtually done, well, as far as the shed goes. But knowing me, I think I'm going to be putting in a few bushes and things around the side of it. A little bit in the background, there's a bit of a hill going on. And I'm really looking forward to doing it. You know, I really enjoy making these videos and sharing them with you, and I hope you're enjoying them as well, because I feel it's so important that we capture these old abandoned places, and they're not always abandoned, but in most cases they've passed their use-by date, and it always gets me that they were built for a purpose, they were built for a reason, and they were once somebody's pride and joy. And as I've said previously, I do feel that it's part of my, I don't know if it's duty, but I feel obliged in a way as an artist to be able to recreate these beautiful pieces of our history, because once they're gone, and they will be gone, well, that's it, they're gone forever. And once again, I'd like to thank all my subscribers, and if you haven't yet subscribed, please feel free to. It costs you nothing, and give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. I answer all of my comments, and I really do appreciate some of the beautiful comments that you've been leaving me. Alright, now next week we're going to be doing, I don't know if we're going to get it finished, but we'll get close. Depends on how much detail I decide to put into it. And I'm one of these artists that when I get into it, I just can't help it. I just got to keep putting more and more things into it. Now, this is your first time here, I'll leave a link up here to my playlist Beyond the Fence and in and around the Lockyer Valley, so you can watch it right from the beginning. Now, I do have copies of the book for sale right up here. Now, I'm getting a bit low on the nose, so I'm going to have to reorder some more from the printer. That's alright. Well, that's about it for this week. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.